Sunday afternoon baseball from Baltimore. Today it's the third and final game in this three-game interleague series between the Miami Marlins and the Baltimore Orioles. The Orioles vie for a key series sweep against a fellow wild card contender, and we'll have it for you next. Number 75, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, his last one was good. I'm sure he'd like to pitch a little bit better. Was able to get into the seventh inning. Got a no decision in his last one. He needs to get off to a good start here to try to get him and the team in the win column.
Standing in, Carmine Esposito. He's assuming the role of DH in this interleague matchup.
Yeah, Matt, that's one of the funny things about National League teams playing in AL ballparks. All of a sudden, the lineup kind of changes dramatically. But the cool thing is it gets more guys a chance to get some at-bats or time in the field.
Here comes the first pitch. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball one. Well, guys, these Orioles entering play today. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matty, without question. They find themselves in this position today. They got a chance to sweep the series on Sunday and make it a miraculous weekend.
Boy, big swing, and this one's launched to right field and deep. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out. And here's how the visiting Miami Marlins will line up in this one. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, I think the focus has to be on Cameron Maybin. This is the guy you want at the plate when the game is on the line. He thrives in these situations. It's almost like he goes to bed and says, I can't wait to play because the game is going to come down to me and I'm going to make something happen. He thrives on performing in the big moments.
At the plate, Emilio Mota. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. First pitch on its way. Down the third baseline. This is foul for the first strike. Altogether a fine afternoon for baseball. 66 degrees the game time temperature. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Missed with a slider.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
The 1-1. 2 now. The 1-2. This one's blooped out toward right center field. There to play it is Profar, and there are 2 away.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 9, Lewis.
And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson. He had a homer in the ballgame yesterday afternoon. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Working the plate is Carl Dixon.
Dan, this is an offensive player's dream to have Carl Dixon behind the dish. He is tight on the corners.
He is, D-Row, and listen, he makes you bring the ball into the strike zone. Normally high scoring of games when Carl's behind the dish.
Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
In today's game, if you're not disciplined for striking out, why would you change your approach with 2 strikes right here? Expect this guy to try and drive the baseball right here.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes.
That's a ball.
And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball.
1-2.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Miami down in order. The Orioles due up in the first. No score. Sandy Alcantara gets the starting assignment for the Fish in this matchup. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, one of the main issues is he wants to limit the amount of walks. Walked 4 in his last start, and that's a little bit too many for a starting pitcher. He's going to need much better control if he expects to pitch better in this one.
Here's Mookie Betts. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the
Leading
first.
off for the Orioles, center fielder, Mookie Betts.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. These Marlins, as they take the field this afternoon, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matt, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, D-Row. They're looking to avoid the sweep here in this one.
Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings. It's going to be monumental.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. A solo home run there for Mookie. Home run number 5 on the year. As the O's are on the board first, it's 1-0.
Yeah, we always talk about how important it is to spot your starter or run it to early in the game, and he does just that, blasting a no-doubt bomb that serves notice. They're going to be swinging with the wood here. No better way to get the home crowd into it right out of the gates.
Digging in, Manny Machado. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest.
Machado.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. No outs, nobody on. A ball and a strike now to Machado.
There's a called strike on a changeup, not a particularly good one. That changeup up in the zone like this oftentimes gets hit very hard. Was able to get away with it that time, but if he's going to be successful, he's going to need to get that changeup down in the zone around the knees.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Oh, there it goes. In the air to left center, and you can forget about this one. Back-to-back home runs. It's a solo home run off the bat of Manny Machado. Home run number 3 here in the early going, as the Orioles are now out to a 2-0 lead.
Boy, not the way you'd like to start a game, right? First inning, you come in, you give up 2 home runs. We'll see if he can regroup right here. It's not easy to sometimes come back from that.
Here's Joey Gallo now.
First baseman, Joey Gallo.
He'll try and hold off the swing, but this one's in there for strike 1. He'll enter play here with an average of .314. 3 homers, 9 driven in. And right into the shift. And a heck of an effort over there at first, but it'll be for naught as this is a foul ball. Ooh, tough to lay off there, but it's called a ball 1-2.
Basic pitching right there. 0-2 fastball up and out of the zone. Change the eye level. Now time to go to that curveball down and away.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, one thing's for sure, they love what Mookie Betts brings to their offense. He's averaging over an RBI game over his last 10, and I'll tell you what, that's being a total difference maker. It seems like every time he has a runner on base, he's relaxed. He understands what he's trying to do, and he's driving most of it in. Very dangerous right now.
In now is Anthony Rendon. He was one of the stars from yesterday's game as he had 3 hits in the victory. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
This is what every pitcher likes to have. Another 0-2 count really puts the hitters on the defensive side in multiple ways. You can go fastball up, you can go breaking ball down. One of the keys, getting ahead, and he's done a very good job of that so far.
Designated hitter, Daniel Murphy.
Here's Daniel Murphy now, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A high fastball is in there. Murphy has a history in coming through in the clutch moments, of course. It's always a little bit of a debate whether or not being clutch is actually a trait that a player possesses. But with him, there's no denying it. We've seen him deliver in big moments repeatedly throughout his career. It just seems he elevates his game somehow when the pressure is on.
Yeah, Matty, he has definitely put that debate to rest. He has absolute ice water in his veins.
The 1-1 on its way to Murphy. Pitches away, but it's swung on and grounded to second. Castro has it. Throw on to Smoke at first, and the side is retired. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. Second inning upcoming from Baltimore. The O's lead this thing 2-0. Here's Justin Smoke now, hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And this is called a foul ball. Maybe by a matter of inches that time. And now we're going to get a stoppage here as the 4 umpires. The umpires can go inside to get a look at the video feed from headquarters in New York. And I believe that's exactly what they're going to do. We'll give you a look at this from our own cameras and let you make the call for yourself. Okay, the umpires have emerged from the dugout with the ruling, and it is going to remain a foul ball. So they had it right the first time, but if there's any doubt, go inside and get this thing right. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Well, as we mentioned in the top of the broadcast, the Orioles have their sights set on a series sweep here today.
These teams don't match up all that often, but due to interleague, they get a chance to play this season, and it's really difficult to sweep a team in a 3-game series when you don't play that team all that often.
A ball and 2 strikes now. The O's had a lot of success at the plate yesterday, a double-digit hit total as a team, so they'd like to make that happen again as they go for the sweep.
This one isn't in the books yet, but when you're going for the sweep and you have a nice lead like they do early on here, things are looking awfully good for the sweep department.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down.
Okay, here's how the Birds line up today on defense. And this team's lucky enough to have their Gold Glover play shortstop, the captain of the infield, and the offense knows if the ball's hitting his direction, you could pretty much take the right-hand turn and go back to your dugout. Not only the routine ones, but the highlight reel ones as well.
Here's Starlin Castro. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips in yesterday's game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Oh, this is hit high and deep out to left. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Left fielder really never had a chance at that one at all. It was over his head before he knew it, bouncing off the base of the wall for an easy double. Those are the kind of shots anyone would feel good about.
Here's Cameron Maybin now. And he hits it hard to the right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only one away.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Into the box now, Matt Duffy. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. And they're runners at the corners now. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
The 2-1 will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be. But now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or do you just pitch around them?
The 3-1 pitch. And he misses with it. Ball 4. So that'll load the bases. And now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Ready now for the Marlins, Juan Centeno, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch on its way. And that one stayed too low, apparently. There's a strike. The 1-1 is outside for a ball.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. The 3-1 is in there for a full count now, 3-2. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
This is a great spot to be in as a pitcher. You have 2 strikes, you can bury one for a potential strikeout, and at worst, keep the ball down in the zone. You might be able to turn 1 pitch into an ending double play.
Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run.
And this is a great example of what happens when you can't find the strike zone. The first walk of the inning looked harmless enough, but this one brings a runner home. Self-inflicted wounds are always the hardest.
So stepping in, Nick Ahmed, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Here comes the first pitch. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Ahmed has a batting line residing in the 230s.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help the roster in a lot of different ways. He brings value to the manager on a daily basis.
Off-speed pitch, and this one runs in and nearly gets him here.
We can't hear it from here, obviously, but I think someone in the dugout just yelled, "Wear it," because that could have been a run.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Calhoun waits on it, makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And this will get into the books as a sac fly and an RBI, and we are tied at 2.
Obviously, he's hoping for more up there with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with a sac fly.
Esposito.
Standing in, Carmine Esposito, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Looking to minimize the damage here. Changeup in for a strike. One and one to the Marlins leadoff hitter.
34 pitches for him through an inning and 2/3 right now. That's not terrible, but it's a lot higher than he'd like.
Duffy on second. Centeno at first. 2 out in the inning. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and he'll just step on second for the force, and that'll do it for this half inning. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and we are tied 2-2. Stepping in, number 24. He's got that average up near the 340 mark to start play, so he's liable to have an impact in this one as well. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Curveball that time, not even close.
Really high curveball right there, struggling with the release point. That's the key to the curveball, figuring out and finding that release point.
Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. A swing and a miss at a ball down. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Check out the Miami Marlins on defense. Hey, let's focus on Cameron Maybin in the outfield. One of the more dynamic outfielders in our sport. He's able to cover a ton of ground, gap to gap. I almost feel like he's playing left center to right center. He's not playing center field. He's got it all covered, bailing the other guys out, and not shabby with the offensive tool either.
And here's the former prize Dodger prospect, Willie Calhoun. He comes in with a 6-game hitting streak to his credit, so he'll look to keep that rolling in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line to the right side, but that's a foul ball. 0-1, here it comes. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Wow, great pitch right there, right? Changing speeds. How about that straight changeup? How about that swing? Howdy, if you're waving at me.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
He's looking a lot sharper and has settled in here in the second inning. It'd be hard not to, because that first inning was pretty much a mess. But I give him credit for letting it go and making some really good adjustments.
And that'll bring up the catcher, Chance Sisco. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. Will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first two guys going down on strikes to start the inning. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Just reached back and threw a high fastball right by him. He didn't stand a chance.
2 out, nobody on. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Two balls and 2 strikes to count to Chance Sisco.
He's 1 pitch away from striking out the side, but even more than that, to throw a donut up after your offense put up some runs, I can't tell you what that means to the boys in the dugout.
Here now the 2-2. Drilled to the right side, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. So that keeps the bottom of the second going.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
Ready now for Baltimore, Jurickson Profar. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. Ahmed fields it cleanly. He'll send it on to Castro at second, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Orioles. 2 innings complete. Deuces are wild. It's 2-2. It is a beautiful day here in Baltimore, Maryland, as we're set to begin the 3rd frame in this one from Oriole Park. Now at the plate, Emilio Mota. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's a fastball chopped foul at the plate. It's strike 1. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike. Mota, 23 years old. This is his 2nd year as a major leaguer. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Low and away with that one. It's 1-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. So with 1 away, it's time to check out the current standings in the American League East as you get a peek at where the Orioles find themselves entering play here today. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Lewis Brinson 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he fouls this one off. 1 out, nobody on. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. In under the hands with a fastball. It's 1-2. Rip, and that is off the first base bag, and that gets through for a 1-out base hit. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. Standing in now, Justin Smoke. batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. 0 for 1 here in the early going. The 0-1. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Brinson, a runner at second with one away. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now. The next 1-2 pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Betts. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
That was a nice job to track that one down in the alley because it definitely saved the run from scoring. Instead, he's only able to move up to third.
Striding in once again, Starlin Castro, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot. 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back in this AB.
Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye. 1-2. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. Marlins leave 1. Home half of the third coming up, all even at 2-2. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Mookie Betts. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
That last at-bat, that showed me something. It's not that easy to hit a changeup over 400-plus feet out of the ballpark. So this guy gets some good extension, strong wrist, and this guy's got some terrific bat speed.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball 1. Now the 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1.
That's the perfect pitch after you've just brushed the guy back. The hitter probably isn't sitting up there thinking you're going to flip something soft up there.
The 1-1. Misses for the second ball.
1 strike.
Liner towards second. Well, this will be taken in at second base. Good positioning for the first out.
The shortstop, number 13, Manny Machado.
Here's Manny Machado now. And he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
The windup and the 0-1. Back to the mound and off his leg. So gets him. So they are able to get an out on an unusual play. And hopefully the pitcher's okay. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Digging in for his second at-bat, Joey Gallo. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. Gallo, a Nevada native, he was selected in the first round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
1-1 the count now. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Counts even 2-2 to Joey Gallo. Bottom dropped out on him, and that's a strikeout. And the throw to first ends the inning. Nothing across here this half. On now to the top of inning number 4. And we are tied 2-2. At the plate, Cameron Maybin. As we begin the top of the 4th.
Left fielder, Cameron Maybin.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. Maybin, who sometimes goes by the nickname Slim, his contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
2-0 count. The pitch is in there for strike 1.
That's a nasty pitch right there. You got to tip your hat as the hitter. You get a nasty slider like that, there's nothing you can do. Actually a quality take.
And that's in there above the belt, so it's even now, 2-2. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd, with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. Duffy, often known as the Duff Man in baseball circles. This is the first year of his new 4-year contract. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And this is chopped foul at the plate. He's in the hole now, down 0-2. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Up next from Miami, Juan Centeno. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Now the pitch. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
You know, with 2 outs and nobody on, that's the last thing you want to do on the mound. That really gives the opposition some hope that they can do something with this inning.
Digging in, Nick Ahmed. He hit a sac fly earlier. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a little tapper. pulled high in the air out to left field. Calhoun waits on it, and the inning is over. One left for Miami. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth, all even at 2 apiece. In now is Anthony Rendon.
Leading off the fourth for the Orioles, third baseman, Anthony Rendon.
First pitch of the at-bat. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. The 1-0 home is a changeup that's looked at for a ball.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
Pitch on the way. Too high, and it's 3-0.
He's had command of his pitches all day, hasn't walked a soul, but we find ourselves in a 3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive he gets in the zone.
No walks yet. Here's the delivery. 3-1 the count now. The 3-1 pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Now the 3-2 pitch. And that misses for ball 4. The leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the fourth.
Man, when the game is tied, the last thing you can afford to do is walk the leadoff hitter. Got to focus on getting that ground ball now.
Coming to the plate now, Daniel Murphy. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line drive to left. In there, a base hit.
Now batting, number 24.
So coming to the plate, number 24. He's 0 for 1 thus far. He's set. Here it comes. Now a first pitch changeup here. Too far inside. It's 1-0. Fastball misses badly there, and he's behind 2-0.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0 count, runners on base. Find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
Gets the call on the changeup there. 2-1. Rendon over at second. Murphy at first with no outs. And he gets him to wave at that one. It's 2-2. Fastball is outside. It's full now. 3-2.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here. So whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
Set. Here's the 3-2. Hit out towards second. Gloved by Castro. On to Smoke. Gets a double play.
When a glove toss is executed successfully, it's a thing of beauty. When it fails, boy, does it look ugly. Here we get to see a great example of it to begin a double play. Quick and accurate with the flip, and they get the 2 outs.
And here's the former prize Dodger prospect Willie Calhoun. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And a good job to lay off the fastball there close, but it's 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Fouled off. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Into the flag court and gone. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. Home run number 3 here in the early going. And it moves the Orioles out to a 4-2 lead. We've seen these guys go deep 3 times so far in this one, guys.
Dan, they're absolutely knocking the cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night. But a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Roll, is I prefer to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter. And
the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. But the Orioles strike for 2 thanks to the 2-run home run. We're 3-2 Baltimore. So to the plate, the Marlins DH, Carmine Esposito. And Dan, he and his fellow top-of-the-order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action. And they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
First offering on its way. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
The 2-0 on the way. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Well, knowing the threat this guy poses if he gets on base, I think the next pitch should be a challenge pitch. You don't want to give guys that can run a free chance to cause havoc out there, especially the leadoff guy.
And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Into the box now, Emilio Mota. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Throw over to the bag. Don't want to forget about it. He's set, and the pitch. A bouncer up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. He's 1 for 2 in this one. The 0-1 pitch. And it's 1-1. Now he gets the ground ball to first. This might be 2. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
The batter, first baseman.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Justin Smoke. He flew out in his last at-bat. From the stretch, here's the pitch. A little bouncer. From the belt, the pitch. Hard on the ground towards short. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
A simple ground ball to the infield, but the run does come home from third, and they cut their deficit to only 1 run.
Castro.
Here's Starlin Castro, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Sliders in for a strike. Now the 0-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. But a big pass at a slider that gets past him. Mota stands at second with 2 gone. Takes this the other way to right, and that's in there. Base hit. And that'll score the tying run. We're back to even 4 apiece.
Hey, D-Roy, I think we got a case right now. This team, they're just feasting on a pitcher that he's given up some runs, and it looks like he's starting to get a little bit tired, leaving some of these pitches up in the zone.
Yeah, and I think there's a fight at the bat rack right now. Guys are licking their chops, knowing he's a little bit tired, going to leave stuff over the middle of the plate. Won't be surprised to see the bullpen get going.
And that misses, ball 1. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time. Now the 1-1 pitch. This one softly hit and fouled off to the left, and that moves the count to 1-2 now. The 1-2 down the first baseline, fielded cleanly, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Home half of the 5th coming up, and we are tied 4-4. Here's Jurickson Profar as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th.
Jurickson Profar.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. A cold strike on the inside corner. Hit out towards second. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. So the leadoff man reaches in their half of the 5th.
Hey, another leadoff knock right there. This game has been full of offense, full of traffic on the base pass. Let's see who's going to get that big double in the gap to clear him.
Here's Mookie Betts, 1 for 2 with a solo shot that came back in the 1st inning. From the stretch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. A bullet to first base. And it got there so quickly the runner didn't get very far from the bag. They settled with just the 1 out. It's fair to say that early on at least the runs have come in bunches here this afternoon. A high scoring affair thus far, and we're only in the 5th inning. Here's Manny Machado now. Here's the first pitch to him. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. The 1-0 home. Squared that one up just a little late. The 1-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The 1-2. Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul. In the dirt, and now let's see. Ball's there, and he is out. Good throw. 5th inning here of a tie ball game, 4-4. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Into the bleachers and gone. Solo shot to right center, his 2nd of the game, as they will take the lead here. It's now a 5-4 ball game. Here's Joey Gallo now. As he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. That misses. 2-0.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0 now.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage.
The 3-0 pitch is taken, strike 1.
He's been getting lit up all game, and there's a common denominator. He keeps missing right down the middle of the plate. Case in point with that last one.
5 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. Fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1. So now we've got a battle on our hands.
Three-two pitch. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Orioles strike for one on the home run by Machado. Through 5 innings, 5-4 Baltimore. Digging in to try it again, Matt Duffy. He's tasked with starting the Marlins 6th.
Matt Duffy.
First offering on its way.
Nope.
Lays off 1-0.
I'm sure he's frustrated by that call. Probably could have been a strike, but at the same time, earning strikes from the umpire is a real thing. If you've been all over the place like he has, you're just not going to get much help from the umpires.
And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit hard towards center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. With that, the Marlins get a good start to the inning with their leadoff man aboard.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
In now, Juan Centeno, as he'll take a changeup here for strike one. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about with the first baseman holding the runner on. It's always smart to pitch into the defense you have behind you.
Left side. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, you know what? You could slowly start to see that batter leak out over the plate. That was 3 straight pitches on the outer half, and he was able to dive out there and get an opposite field single. Nice job.
He's out from the bullpen now as he'll be making his first appearance of this young season. Into the box, Nick Ahmed. And he takes ball 1. 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far. One 0 count. Here it is. Fouled away. So 1-1. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So a full count now. Carmine Esposito is on deck. Duffy at second. Centeno on at first with nobody out. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
Stepping in now, Carmine Esposito, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. Hits are even at 7 apiece. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. In the dirt here. So now 2 men in scoring position.
Well, you live by the sword, you die by it too. He went with an off-speed pitch down in the zone, and that's the risk you take there. The catcher can't come up with it, and 2 runners advance. Now they're both into scoring position.
Ready with 2 balls and a strike. Here's a strike.
Boy, I love the way he's competing out there on the mound right now. He's got a chance to rack back-to-back Ks with 2 runners in scoring position. He's not giving in at all.
4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Hit sharply on the ground. And that is into center field as he comes through. It's a base hit. And the tying run is in to score from third.
The pitcher got the result he was looking for. Change up down in his zone, gets him to hit it on the ground, but obviously the result wasn't what he wanted.
Now he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And he's back in standing. And another snap throw to the bag, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Into the box now, Emilio Mota, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike.
1-1.
Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. A little bit outside. 2-1. Easy there, big fella. 2-2. Sure took a healthy hack that time.
Yeah, and I don't understand that approach at all, Matty. He's not really known for having a whole lot of pop in his bat, but he is known for having really good speed. So, personally, I'd much rather see him with a controlled swing and try to put the ball in play.
And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Now a snap move over to first, and he's back standing. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. This is flared out towards second. And he has delivered one of the biggest at-bats of the afternoon as he cashes in with a base hit. Notch 1 in the score column as the runner from third crosses the plate.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
In now, Lewis Brinson, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. Comes set, and the 0-1. On its tailor-made to short. 6, 4, 3. It's a double play, and the inning is over. So 2 runs on 4 hits here. No errors, and a runner left. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. It's the Marlins 6 and the Orioles 5. Marlins Garcia enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 66, Marlins Garcia.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Anthony Rendon. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home 6th. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Marlins have some action in the bullpen now as a right-hander is up and throwing. The windup and the 0-1. Needed a sand wedge for that one. Swung on and missed. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure. The 1-2. Still 1-2. And it's fouled away. The next 1-2 pitch. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down.
That was a good job there of using the batter's aggressiveness against him. He was putting up a good fight and fouling a lot of balls off. So as a pitcher, it's a great idea to expand the zone even more and make the hitter really chase after something that's even hard to foul off.
Here's Daniel Murphy now, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Now the 1-0 is taken for ball 2. A changeup that just nips the outside of the zone. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
Now batting, number 24.
Ready for another shot now, number 24. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Has a look, now the pitch. On the move is Murphy. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. It bounces, but he's out. Nice play there to pick the throw and put the tag on quickly.
Well, in my opinion, this one all came down to the catcher's footwork on that throw. That was just perfect. You have to use your feet to get your body into a good throwing position for an accurate throw. He did it just right, and he nabs another base runner.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. They'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of his sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw on to Smoke at first, and the side is retired. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. Still a tight ball game. It's 6-5. Back here on the show. It's on to the 7th inning with the Marlins on top, and it's a good time to check out our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Here's Justin Smoke now. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
Justin Smoke.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And that one stayed too low apparently. Right side, hit hard. Oh, what a dive. It's there, and he's out.
Outstanding play over there at first. That ball was headed for the hole, but he pulled it in on a dive. Then great presence of mind to take it himself for the out.
Here's Starlin Castro as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. So far 2 for 3 in this one. Now the 1-0 is a fastball that misses.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They didn't miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
Now the 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
There's ball 4.
Yeah, well, when a guy's swinging the bat as well as he's been, this is a smart move. No reason to tempt fate out there.
So a runner at first now with 1 away, and that'll bring in the left fielder, Cameron Maybin. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that one just missed outside. Castro, base runner at first with 1 out. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. The 1-1. Count is 1-2 now. The 1-2 is a ball down and away. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And foul, though it had the home run distance. Runners on first with 1 down. Hit back up the middle. Machado has it. Profar for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Marlins down quietly as it remains a 6-5 ball game. Tommy Hunter gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Tommy Hunter.
And here's the former prize Dodger prospect Willie Calhoun. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
That was a pretty good pitch, too, man. That last AB when he went deep, that was a fastball that was in and off the plate. So that tells me this guy likes the ball on that inner half of the plate or even inside off the plate. If I'm on the mound right now, I'm keeping the ball away from this guy.
The 0-1 on its way. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Mota has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
Now batting.
Coming to the plate now, Chance Sisco. He was a ground out victim last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Missed with a breaking ball. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike one. Hunter playing here in his age 34 season. He's in the midst of his 14th major league season, so I guess you could say baseball has been good to him.
Yeah, Matty, no kidding right there. I'll tell you what, the grind to get to the big leagues is so hard. Guys just want to spend a month, a day in the big leagues. So to put yourself here for 12 years screams to your ability to adjust and be a great teammate.
And oh, a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on those.
Here's Jurickson Profar as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. The 1-0. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. And that misses. 2-1. 2 out, nobody on. This is hit pretty well out to left field. Ranging back is Maben, and he makes a nice catch on the track. It's 6-5. Now at the plate, Matt Duffy. He singled his last time up.
Third baseman, Matt Duffy.
First pitch on its way. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
The captain, number 8, Juan.
Striding into the box, Juan Centeno. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. Here comes the first pitch. A high fastball is in there. The Orioles are looking for the sweep in this game, as we mentioned earlier, but trailing by 1, they're going to need to come from behind to do it.
This one's still well in striking distance. Only trailing by 1 going late on to the game. They just need a bloop and a blast or some kind of extra base hit. This one's far from over.
And for the opposition, wrapping this up and salvaging a win would at least make their trip out of here a little more pleasant.
This could be just what the doctor ordered. Nobody likes to get swept on the road, so winning this one could be big for building back team morale.
The 1-2. High in the air out to center field. Betts has a read on it. 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Nick Ahmed.
Ready once again, Nick Ahmed. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. First offering on its way. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And here's a fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now.
2 outs here, and the focus needs to stay sharp. You don't want that lineup turning over in an inning if you can help it.
The 2-0. 3-0 now. Carmine Esposito would be next. 2 out, nobody on. Three and 1 to the Marlins middle infielder. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Looking at strike 2, a fastball that catches the inside corner. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
It's all a part of learning how to pitch in the big leagues. Major league hitters will not bail you out by swinging at pitches out of the zone. So he's going to have to continue to learn how to get guys out at this level.
Stepping up to the plate, Carmine Esposito. Man at first after the 2-out walk. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Tried to change of pace with 2 strikes there, but it misses 1 and 2. Ahmed is off of first with 2 away. Right 3 called, and the inning is over. Marlins leave 1. They lead it, however. It's 6-5. Ben Heller is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 61, Ben Heller.
Here's Mookie Betts. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And the slider stayed low, apparently, for a ball. Well, this one's been a bit of a head-scratcher, despite their home run production today.
Yeah, Matty V, this is one of those that you kind of scratch your head and you go, wow, you hit the ball all in the ballpark, but still not enough offense. It just goes to show you this sport is still, D-Row, all about pitching.
It is. It begins and ends on that bump right there. And there's just so many facets to the game. Defense, base running. It's just not the team that hits the most home runs is going to win the ball game.
So 1-1 is a slider taken for a ball. Slider can't find the zone here, and he's behind now, 3-1.
Down by a run, your guy needs to get on any way he can. His mentality has to be to shrink this strike zone to like the size of a soup can. No reason to swing at a pitcher's pitch.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff men on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a 1-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
So striding in, Manny Machado. 2 home runs already to his name in this one, and we'll see if he could possibly strike again.
Yeah, in his last at-bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run, so it'll be interesting this AB to see if they give him a steady diet of fastballs.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swinging, a ball hit softly on the ground, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Now the 0-2 pitch. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball one. Dribbled to the right side, but it gets fouled. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Hard liner to center field. Mota is there. 2 gone.
Boy, talk about hitting into some rough luck. That was an absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented the tying run.
Here's Joey Gallo now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. In there, and it's even at 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A ball and 2 strikes now.
1 pitch away from wrapping up a very good innings work out of the bullpen here.
The 1-2 pitch. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 1-2. Gallo swings, and this one is crushed out to right field. Brinson retreats to the track, and he'll put it as the side is retired. James Hoyt enters from the pen to start the 9th inning, as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Now at the plate, Emilio Mota. A couple of singles for him in 4 trips for him this afternoon.
Emilio Mota.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2. The 0-2 delivery. And a fastball just a bit up.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
Hit in the air down the right field line. Right fielder is on the run. Oh, and a great diving catch for the first down.
One of the keys to being a great outfielder is not being afraid to sacrifice your body. Terrific diving catch there that he made look a lot easier than it actually is.
And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson, as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Movement in the Orioles bullpen now as they've got a left-hander up and throwing.
Drilled on the ground to short. Machado is there. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now batting, first baseman, Justin Smoke.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Justin Smoke. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. First offering on its way. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. 2 out, nobody on. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Struck him out, so it remains a 1-run lead as they head in for their final set of swings. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins as it remains a 6-5 ball game. Francis Martes, the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth. In now is Anthony Rendon. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Third baseman, Anthony Rendon.
First pitch on its way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Martes rarely finds himself in much trouble out of the bullpen, at least in terms of giving up base hits. He's proven to be a tough guy to barrel up. Outside for a ball, 1-1. And it's 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. High in the air down the right field line. On the run is Brinson. He's there and records the first down. Into the box, Daniel Murphy. It was a single for him in his last at-bat.
Murphy.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Now the 1-0. Is fastball taken high for a ball. 1 out, nobody on. In there, 2-1. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
That strikeout was a real good example of a pitcher continuing to make a guy chase out of the zone. When you recognize a hitter is in protect mode, you don't have to come inside the strike zone. You could just expand further and further until he literally can't touch it.
Into the box, number 24. And he fouls this one off. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 0-1 delivery. Popped him up. And he will make the catch here to end things. And the Marlins will salvage at least the finale in this 3-game series as the ball game is over.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
A 1-run game, 6-5 the final today. The Miami Marlins rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Sandy Alcantara earns his first win of the season. Number 75 struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. Francis Martes earns the save out of the bullpen, his 4th of the season. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.